Hello, how's it going?
It's going very well.
Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. I appreciate it. So, what brings you here?
I'm here for the National Science Teacher Association meetings
Okay.
here in Denver, Colorado. Appreciate meeting new friends, new colleagues, and revisiting all the stuff I knew and wanted to learn more about.
Fantastic. Have you learned anything?
I did, between oceanography and meteorology, so ocean and weather, looking at space science for kids. Everything I do is for kids, so when I bring it back to the class, it's easy for me, inexpensive for me, and I can get it to the kids so they can learn and do it.
Why do you think that's important for community moving forward?
Well, science changes. A lot of things don't change, but science changes. It's supposed to change. Change means we're getting better at whatever it is we're doing. So trying to show kids how to get better at doing stuff is very important.
I couldn't agree with you more. And what is it that you do specifically, if you don't mind me asking?
I was a high school science teacher, retired 5 years ago.
Congratulations.
Now I have science clubs at the end of school, 3 to 4 in the afternoon, 3 of them. And I bring in a lot of stuff from these conferences, and they get to cut, poster, color, all sorts of things.
That's great. That's great. Why do you think, having the availability for people to learn is important?
Well, a lot of people love learning. They hate being a student. And in a formal situation, you are a student, and the confines are difficult sometimes. But as you go through the school and the K-12 system, you've had many employers, you might say. They're your bosses, and you get used to operating with different people. So by operating in those confines, you learn how to do things that corporate America will enjoy and like.
So, what's one topic that really stands out to you that you look forward to bringing back to your community?
Space science, no doubt. Building rockets and building models and showing the different things that we do in the space station and how we can bring it back to Earth.
And why do you think that topic is important for society currently?
Well, when we look at the money invested in NASA, that money is important because they come up with new discoveries. New discoveries means things trickle down to the U.S. populace, and by using that stuff, it makes things easier for us. For instance, the cell phone, or when we look at the digital watch from the 1960s, 70s. So all those things trickle down to us, and it's nice to see that here.
Is there something new that you've learned that you look forward to going back and researching more into?
Looking at the new space telescopes and seeing what they will do for us, exploring the universe and bringing that information back to us.
Can you maybe touch on that a little more? The new telescopes, basically.
Well, when we look at the James Webb Space Telescope, it's much bigger than the Hubble, and it allows us to see further back in time, you might say. When we look at other space telescopes, like the 30-meter space telescopes, it's going to give us an ability to see back into our universe and what was there. How can we make things work better? And it does come back to photons and different pieces of light.
Okay, and why does that strike interest to you personally?
Well, it's exciting, when you look at the Star Trekian idea of teletransporting. They're transporting people, breaking it down into light, and then bringing them back together. So that takes gazillions of gigabytes, you might say, to do. So very fun.
Is there a problem out there that you're maybe hoping to, be solved?
Explaining science and explaining to the kids that I have and the populace that science changes, and it's frustrating. During COVID, it was frustrating. Science was changing very rapidly. All we had was some information from the 1918s from the Spanish flu, and that wasn't good enough. And it frustrated a lot of people how the science was changing. Well, you said this yesterday. Yes, we know, but it's changed. And we have to understand that that's going to happen, and please be flexible with what we're doing here.
thank you for taking the time to speak with me, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And thank you for giving back to the community after you've retired as well.
Absolutely. Thank
Much
you.
appreciated, sir.